if you're interested in knowing what this is that I'm unwrapping. Stay tuned and you'll see what it's all about. So as you watch me here take this out of its bag and show you a couple of the parts and everything in it, I want to sort of explain how I ended up with this tent. I've been searching for a lightweight tent, and I happened to come across this one on Amazon. And this company's out of the UK, as far as I can tell, and it looked like a really interesting tent. And the fact that I could get it on a Canadian site, Amazon.ca, was intriguing. So I bit the bullet and bought it. So let's put it together and see how it looks. So the ground sheet here is actually one that I had myself. The tent does have a ground sheet that you can purchase separately, but the company didn't have any available, and I didn't find any on Amazon. So I was fortunate enough that I had one of my own. The tent is pretty easy to set up. It does need a little practicing. It's a little bit different than your standard tent, and it is not freestanding, so you do need to stake it out. It has two small poles on either side and then one large one that you slide into the sleeve. Here we are, all set up. And we'll get to looking inside here in a sec. There's a fair amount of room inside for one person. This is listed as a two-person. There's no way you could possibly get two people in there unless you almost slept on top of each other. So one of the features I like about this tent is the double zipper on the fly, one at the top, so that you can open it up for venting. You'll see here at the bottom there's a clip that also holds the fly together at the bottom, so even if you unzip it all the way, it will still be clipped at the bottom. So a feature about this tent is that you can set it up and you have the inner tent and the outer fly all set up in one motion, so even if it's pouring rain out, you can set this tent up. You can see there, as I was showing the tent, how it's clipped together on the inside. As you can see, I'm 5'10", 5'9" maybe, and sitting up in here, no air mattress, no sleeping bag, just my head. And you can see I'm touching a little bit here. This is supposed to be a two-person. It would be a tight two-person. I'll give you an example. Here's my hat. So tight to get two people. I'll show you the other end there. Same idea. There's ventilation at the end there. There's ventilation at that end there. There's ventilation in the door here. Screen. Up here there's a pocket. And there's also one on this side. And ventilation in this door. This side here is the vestibule. This side does not, but you can see here, zip that up, The tent actually, this side here goes straight across to give you the vestibule on that side. This side here you'll see it goes out to where the vestibule would be if it was one, to give you a little bit more room inside. So, 2-person, yeah, but a little tight. But it is ultra light. Perspective here laying down. My feet are not touching the end. With my hat in the way there, you can see I got lots of room here. If I just show you my feet there, my feet are not even touching the end. And the lines here are part of their suspension system. You can tighten this. You can also undo these for if you're in a real windy location. These here will tighten down the tent, stop it from blowing around too much. You'll notice when I pitched it, everything was all in one. See, there's lots of space in there. So it's nice for if you're pitching in the pouring rain. You don't have to worry about getting your gear wet. This is with everything. Their tent pegs and my ground sheet. This is just minus the outside cover. Again with my ground sheet. This is minus the repair kit and the bag that contains the tent poles and the tent stakes. The stakes and poles are still there, but just minus the bag that carries them. Okay, so here's a Vango tent stake, 10 grams. Well, we're back at 0. This is a titanium tent peg with a piece of rope on it, and it's actually at 12. And this is an aluminum tent peg, a little bit longer, again with a piece of rope on it. Alright. So just to show you all three there. Not that you need the weight, but you can get an idea of what they look like. Aluminum one, a little bit longer. Vango one is obviously the lightest out of all three, even lighter than the titanium one. Put titanium on there again. 12. The Vango one on. And it's 10. So the pros on this tent is it's lightweight. Its pack size is small. It's got lots of length inside. 2 good size doors to get in and out. The vestibule is a good size. I like the double wall design where it sets up in just one single swoop. The cons on it is it's not a 2P. I wouldn't even consider it a 1.5 person, maybe 1 1/4. You and your dog. Once you get your pad in there and sleeping bag and your a few little bits of gear and stuff, there's no way you're going to get 2 people in there. I found that the zipper on the fly catches all the time. The inside zipper for the inside part of the tent, you always have to use two hands to open it. I could never get it with one hand. And probably the biggest problem I had with it, and this was in British Columbia, northern sort of part of British Columbia, is condensation. No matter what I tried, I had door open, I had all the vents open, I had everything I could possibly try to stop the condensation, but always condensation on the inside, always. Even so bad that even the bottom half of my sleeping bag was damp every morning. The other thing I really don't like is the height in it. It's not what they listed as. I would say there's a maximum of maybe 31 inches in there for height. The other problem I had was the last 2 days that I had it out was it rained. The takedown and the setup, even though the inside doesn't get wet, it's really difficult to get that pole through the sleeve when the tent is wet. Putting it in or taking it out. I think a better design would have been to have clips on the outside like you see on other tents and skip the sleeve part altogether. I really do like the tent, but it's got a number of issues that I think just need to be fixed up on it.